Terms. Helpful terms for your Collins class. What's the difference between bits and bytes? R. Craig Collins, copyright 2016. Terms. Overview. Bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, BIOS and booting, hertz, hardware, software, memory. Term. Bit. Bit equals binary digit. The only item a computer can understand. A 1 or a 0 can represent on or off, true or false, yes or no. Term. Byte. Binary term. Enough bits to form a typed character. But just as in books you need more than one letter to tell a story, words, sentences, paragraphs, etc., we need collections of bytes. Kilobyte, 1,024 bytes, roughly 1,000 typed characters. Megabyte, 1,024 squared bytes, roughly 1 million typed characters. Gigabyte, 1,024 cubed bytes, roughly 1 billion typed characters. Term. BIOS and boot. BIOS equals Basic Input Output System. Responsible for starting up the computer, or booting. During the boot process, the computer checks to see if there's a keyboard, mouse, and so on, then locates the operating system on the hard drive and transfers it into main memory. Term. Hertz. Hertz equal repetitions or cycles, the number of times the computer can do something a second. A typical computer can locate something on the hard drive, transfer it into the brain of the computer, the CPU, Central Processing Unit, perform the action and save the result about 2 billion times a second, or 2 gigahertz. Term. Hardware. A computer system is made up of hardware, software, and you, the user. Hardware is the part of the computer you can touch. The computer model includes input hardware, such as keyboard and mouse, processing hardware, such as the CPU and memory, and output hardware, such as monitors and printers. Term. Software. Software is the part of the computer you can't touch. Software, the instructions and data zipping around the CPU. System software, such as Windows, manages the computer. Operating systems are part of system software. Application software, such as Word or Excel, perform actions for the user. If you save your data, such as a letter in a Word file, we call that a file. Files are saved on storage devices, such as a hard drive, flash drive, or DVD. Term. Memory. People have two kinds of memory. Short-term memory is a phone number you look up, use, then forget. Long-term memory are things that you don't forget, like your name. Computers have both short-term and long-term memory. Term. ROM. ROM equals read-only memory. Every time you turn off the computer, it forgets everything it was working on. But when you restart the computer, it remembers how to locate the keyboard, mouse, and find the OS. So the BIOS is ROM, permanent, unchanging. But ROM can't let you add numbers or write letters, as you can't change what is in ROM. Term. RAM. RAM really should have been called read-write memory. RAM is working memory, where the computer can add some numbers up, save it in a file, then forget it. RAM contents go away when you turn off the computer. This is called volatile. RAM is for short-term, changing, or adding on to items. RAM stands for Random Access Memory. More terms. There are more terms and more definitions in your class material, such as peripheral. A peripheral is any device outside the main case, such as the keyboard, mouse, or monitor. There's more on the CPU, access time, files. All of these terms will help become proficient. Computer proficiency is being able to do the basic tasks on a computer. Terms. Recap. Bit, byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte. BIOS and booting. Hertz. Hardware, software, memory. Refer to class material for more terms and definitions.